You know, as Acumatica consultants, we get these requests from clients that sound pretty straightforward at first.
Oh, I know what you mean.
This time, the client wanted to automate changing an item's status.
Okay, from active to inactive.
Yep, sounds easy, right?
Sure.
What's the catch?
There's always a catch, right?
Always.
They had all these conditions that needed to be met before an item could be automatically switched to inactive.
Like what?
We're talking user-defined checkboxes, zero inventory, no outstanding vendor bills.
Oh, wow. That's...
Yeah, it gets complicated fast.
Yeah, you start thinking about custom code pretty quickly for something like that.
Right, you'd think so.
Yeah.
But that's what makes this deep dive so interesting.
Oh.
We're going to hear how Aishwarya, she's an Acumatica consultant with like a decade of experience,
Oh, no.
tackled this problem.
Okay.
And get this, she did it all without any custom code.
Really? Impressive. Got to make use of what the platform can do.
Exactly. So how does she do it?
Yeah, how?
Well, she used generic inquiries and business events. Ugh, the classics, but I'm guessing with a twist.
You got it.
Okay.
It's all about how she used them.
Okay.
She basically built a workflow inside of Acumatica.
Interesting.
First, she created a GI that pulled data on items that had that first checkbox enabled and also had zero quantity on hand.
Okay, so it's only looking at the items that could even potentially have the status change.
Exactly. So much more efficient that way.
Makes sense.
Then she connected this GI to a business event.
Okay, but how?
Instead of having the business event trigger an action, she used it to change data.
Oh, interesting.
Whenever the conditions in the GI were met, the business event would enable a second checkbox on the stock item screen.
So it's like a domino effect. One thing leads to the next.
That's it. But we're not done yet.
Right. There were more conditions.
Yep. So she created another GI, even more specific.
Okay.
It checked for items that had both checkboxes enabled, still had zero quantity on hand,
Mm-hmm.
and it also checked for any outstanding vendor bills.
So really making sure that only the right items make it to the final step.
You got it.
Smart.
And then she linked this second GI to another business event,
Okay.
this time when all the conditions were met.
Both checkboxes, zero quantity, no bills.
That's right. The business event finally changed the item status from active to inactive.
Wow, so she built a complete automated workflow.
All within Acumatica, no custom code needed.
Powerful stuff. That shows how much you can do with the platform if you think creatively.
It really does. It's a great example of Aishwarya's expertise
Absolutely.
and how she knows how to make Acumatica work for you.
Love it.
I'd love to see this in action. How about a hypothetical example?
Yeah, let's walk through it.
So let's say we've got an item called widget X.
Okay, widget X it is.
Someone decides they want to discontinue widget X, so they check that first checkbox.
That first GI starts checking if widget X meets the criteria.
Right, but let's say widget X still has 50 units in stock.
So it doesn't meet all the criteria yet?
Nope, so nothing happens, the system waits.
Yep.
A few days later, those 50 units are sold, and the on-hand quantity is zero.
Uh-huh. Now widget X meets the conditions.
The first business event is triggered, and that second checkbox is automatically enabled.
Ah, he's getting closer.
But remember, we still need to check for outstanding vendor bills.
Right.
Let's say there's one last bill that needs to be paid.
Uh-huh.
Once that bill is paid, widget X meets all the conditions.
It does. Both checkboxes, zero quantity, and no outstanding bills.
Now the second GI jumps into action and triggers the final business event.
And that's it. Widget X's status is automatically changed to inactive.
Problem solved, all automated, no custom code.
Beautiful. This is a great example of how breaking down a complex process into smaller steps can lead to some really elegant solutions in Acumatica.
Absolutely.
What I find really clever is how she used the first business event to change data, not just trigger an action.
That's a great point. It opens up so many possibilities for automation within Acumatica.
It really does.
I bet a lot of Acumatica consultants have come across similar situations.
Probably.
This shows that with a little creative thinking, you can often find a solution using the features that are already there.
Absolutely. Sometimes the simplest solutions are the best.
Speaking of solutions, sometimes you don't have to start from scratch.
Oh, definitely. Especially with Acumatica.
Right. There's so much knowledge out there.
Yeah, the community's great.
That's where companies like Tiana Solutions come in.
Oh, yeah, I've heard of them.
They've got a whole team of experts like Aishwarya,
Makes sense.
and they've seen it all, solved it all when it comes to Acumatica.
So they could help other consultants.
Exactly. Streamline implementations, find workarounds.
Yeah, that would save so much time.
Help deliver more value to clients.
It's like having an ace up your sleeve.
That's a good way to put it.
What's their contact info?
Oh, yeah. They were kind enough to give us their number. It's 678-910-2774.
Okay, 678-910-2774.
Give them a call. Mention you heard about Aishwarya's solution on the deep dive.
Right, and see how they can help.
Exactly. They can help you unlock the full potential of Acumatica.
So as we're wrapping up this deep dive, I've got a question for our listeners out there.
Oh, I like where this is going. What is it?
What other processes in your Acumatica environments do you think you could automate?
Ooh, good question.
Using GIs and business events like Aishwarya did?
Yeah, it really makes you think, are there any hidden opportunities just waiting to be found?
I bet there are. Aishwarya's story proves you don't have to be a coding expert.
Right. It's about using the tools that are already there in new ways.
Exactly.
So if you're feeling inspired, open up your Acumatica instance and start brainstorming.
Who knows? You might come up with your own amazing automation solution.
You never know. You know, it's inspiring
to
see what someone like Aishwarya can do.
Oh, absolutely.
Just by really understanding Acumatica.
Yeah, and thinking outside the box a little.
It shows the importance of having the right Acumatica consultants on your team.
Definitely, someone who can guide you and help you find those solutions.
Exactly. If you're looking for that kind of expertise, or just need some help with your Acumatica implementations, you should reach out to Tiana Solutions.
They're great. I've heard good things.
They really know their stuff.
Yeah, they do.
And they're passionate about helping businesses succeed with Acumatica.
That's important.
Their number is 678-910-2774.
Okay, 678-910-2774.
Give them a call. We highly recommend them.
So, are we about wrapped up here?
I think so. Any final thoughts?
Just keep exploring Acumatica.
Yeah, keep learning.
Keep innovating.
There's always something new to discover.
That's the beauty of it.
Well, that's it for this deep dive.
It's a good one.
Thanks for joining us, everyone.
And happy automating.
Until next time.